Hey everyone, I want to talk to you about book launches and speaking engagements and committing to your sponsors. When should you plan your book launch? You know, the book launch gala, the party, and the activities around that. When should you plan getting on stage for seminars, workshops, and other speaking engagements? Get this, and this is very important. When is the best time to commit to your sponsors? Listen, let me tell you again. There's no money in selling books. I'll say this over and over again. In comparison to the big money of using your book as a marketing tool and creating additional sources of income, selling books is not a smart thing to do. So plan your book launch, though, at least 6 to 8 weeks after you receive a physical copy of your book. So we've had authors like literally don't follow our advice. They plan a book launch party with no books. Can you imagine? You don't want that to happen. Don't let that happen. So now let's talk about speaking engagements, events, and promising things to your sponsors. Where this is where some of our authors are getting in trouble. Hey, don't accept speaking invitations where you're supposed to showcase your book. If you don't have the book, make sure that you don't get into that trouble. You know, we can't just make book happen because you got a speaking engagement. So don't promise dates when you're to your sponsors until you know for sure that the book's going to be is going to be in your hands. So I want you to know that we do everything in our power to help manage expectations for you, but you've got to do the same thing for your sponsors. And telling them that you're going to have your book on this particular date or that particular time, only to find out that books aren't done, is just going to cause grief for you and also for us. And we want to make sure that that doesn't happen. So coordinate very closely with our team before you commit to specific dates. I'll tell you, we don't want these problems to keep occurring with this. It's been happening a little bit lately. So tell them the book will come and we'll give you a specific time frames, and then add some time to that so that you don't have any problems. And I know it's tough because you've been working on this book for a while, but you're going to have to be patient. Some of you waited 5 years, 10 years, 20 years to get this book. And so now, it's on its way. It's coming. And so another 4 or 5 weeks is not the end of the world, but I just want you to avoid that. Remember that once we give it to the printer, it's out of our hands. And so just keep talking to your team, manage the expectations. And before you know it, hey, just like these books that I just got this week, these books are going to change your life. And it'll change the life of your sponsors. But we want to make sure everybody's happy in the process. So manage those expectations, will you? Thanks.